joints. God.
I know, this is heavy.
Sore, hurt, ouchies. Hello and welcome to this episode of Iron Drum, and today I am playing a 14 by 6.5 Duluth cast snare drum. This thing is a beast. Now, I kind of, had a bit of an idea of what I wanted to do with this drum. I ordered the shell, not knowing what I was going to do with it, and not knowing what hardware I was going to put onto it, because I just didn't have any idea. I wanted a certain type of lug, but I couldn't get the lug, and then I was told, don't use that lug at all because you'll get in trouble, so I didn't. I had some spare other lugs laying around. I didn't have enough, and then I had to sort them from overseas, so it was a long process. I probably wouldn't use that hardware again, but anyway, this snare drum is mind-blowingly good. It's 14 by 6.5. It's a 3mm shell with 5mm re-rings, and it's heavy. It weighs just shy of 12 kilos fully loaded. I did encounter a couple of problems though with my lug choice. So that's what I'm saying. Down the road, I wouldn't use those lugs again because A, hard to get, B, expensive, and C, well, you'll see in the video that there is a slight issue with the spacing. The problem is that because the 3mm wall thickness or thinness causes an issue that basically once the mounting bolt goes into it, it can't really attach to the shell because there's too much slack and too much play. So I had to go to probably half a dozen hardware stores, half a dozen bolt places, end up using galvanized, I think it's galvanized or cast, I don't know, spacers, but turn them inside out. So instead of them facing outwards, they're facing in. Anyway, it was the only thing that worked, but it worked really well. And I really wanted to use the DW mag throw because I just believe it is the best snare drum lever on the face of the planet. It's using the 3-position butt plate, but I have the there's the 5-position. This has the 3 because I've had a spare part sitting around. So this is kind of a bits of drum, a bit of a project for my own thing, my own liking. I wouldn't mind doing another one, maybe a 14 by 5, using a different lug choice. Now the heads on this drum I'm using, of course, Evans. It's a coated G1 on the top, Evans a snare side batter, and pure sand snare wires. I was gonna go with the traditional strap snare wires. This is the brass version, and I went with the Pro Series, so it comes with the split pin, which it just works well, and works really well on this drum too. It looks good and works flawlessly. Another issue I encountered was I didn't have any lugs or tuning rods, I should say, so I had to source those, and a lovely company in Australia called Crash Boom Bam helped me out with getting the right lugs, right length. I also use some of the Hendrix plastic washers as well, and I've never used it before, and I've heard nothing but good things, and they're amazing. I did chuck in a brass air vent because, well, why not? So all I can say about this drum is that it is incredible to play. Also very heavy, and I encountered yet another problem with that. Now when I've used my DW cast, my bell brass or bronze, I should say, I don't know why they call it bell brass. Back in the day when I had a Yamaha snare drum stand, it would slowly kind of, lower in height, or I like to call it LTS, bit of a gag on that one.
Lean back, because you just kind of reach down if you want to have that back feel, and you lower the snare.
So if you're going to use a drum like this, a heavy drum, definitely use the 9000 series DW stand, because that's a beast of a stand for a beast of a drum. I did go with the cast hoops. They're phenomenal. They do 236, but definitely worth it. Now in the tuning ranges, I did do the standard tuning ranges, but I also did the, obviously the low, the medium, the high, but I also used Moon Gel 2 pieces. And as you could tell by the Evans head, it left a lovely blue stain. I have a love-hate relationship with Moon Gel for that very, very reason. But anyway, I digress. Less talking, more playing. I'll see you on the other side. This drum sounds mind-blowingly good. It works every tuning range. I even messed with it at some point. I had almost no tension on the lugs, and just the moon gel, and I did chuck a sock in there. Why not? Anyway, and it just mind-blowingly good. I can't get over it. The sheer volume of this drum, it is actually really, it's very loud, but it's not obnoxious loud, if that makes any sense. My ears were ringing for a little bit after using this drum, with no hearing protection in, so obviously in-ears went in. The low tuning, very fat. The medium tuning, very woody, which is very strange for me. I can't get kind of past that one. The high tuning crack is just something that's going to rattle the bones of your ancestors, and it's unbelievable. Duluth can make one hell of a snare shell, and I actually really want them to make their own drums, their own snare drum line. I have seen some prototypes and some badges coming through. This drum doesn't have a badge because it's just a no-name Bitzer drum, which I like to call FrankenCAST. And all I can say is hit up the guys at Duluth, get a drum made, go on. I just can't get over this drum. You just got to get one of these. So until next time, share, like, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all very soon.